Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Stop your body.
Working out of the gun, Mariota forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. 25, check 25. 3.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And the Titans 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Derrick Henry. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Defense wins championships, baby. Let's go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
132 fighter. Crunch. Hey, Alpha.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsay. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready, set. Blue draw, quarter. Hey, look, 3.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
On the set.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Check, 59.
Throwing again is Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing is Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 59, Mike, hey, orbit. 59.
Smith throwing again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
I got you. Greystone, Travis.
Again, Smith. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Mariota now. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check. Mike's 43. One.
Now Mariota. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. A first down carry for Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
Blue 18. 36. I got you, pop.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jayon Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And a big loss here as he's taken down. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Mariota from the gun on third down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. So on fourth down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Smith. Going to throw again. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 78 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
On 2nd and 1, Mariota steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Line 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Hey, exit.
The final shot here before break. Smith looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
We got 4. We got 4. 43.
Here's Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. To throw, Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play, Mariota to Davis, 43 yards. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pilot, 64, weak. Now.
To throw again, Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
3rd and goal. Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Succop's kick is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. Unfortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Flush to his right. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming up. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, that's scared. That's scared. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. On second down, it's Henry, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Watch 36.
Third and short yardage. Mariota looking downfield for Dez. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Out of the gun, Smith. Fantha first-round pick out of... And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Smith. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Smith. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the fourth quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
Let's go, let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You don't want it. Watch 36. Come on, let's go.
To throw is Mariota. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Where are they, team? Three.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Watch 36. Bravo! Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing again. Mariota on second and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. After the sack on first down, Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Following the interception here, Mariota. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, it's Smith. This is the tight end Fant. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read. 54. Mike, 54.
Smith throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Right there. 54.
On second and goal, Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
In your face.
Mike, 1. 36. I want that. Give me that.
Out of his end zone, Mariota over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Titans.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.